Welcome to Divine Love, Bible verses to inspire and guide your heart. Offer profound wisdom on God's love and how it can transform our lives. 1 Corinthians 13, 4, 8. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. 1 John 4:7, 8. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. 1 Peter 4:8. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Proverbs 10:12. Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs. Romans 13:8. Let no debt remain outstanding, except the continuing debt to love one another, for whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. Colossians 3:14. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. John 15:12. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. John 13:34, 35. A new command I give you: love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. 1 John 3:16. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. Galatians 5:14. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself. Romans 12:9. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Romans 12:10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Matthew 22:37, 39. Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. Luke 6:31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. 1 John 4:19. We love because he first loved us. 1 John 4:11. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. 1 John 4:20. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother and sister, whom they have seen, cannot love God, whom they have not seen. Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Ephesians 5:33. However, each one of you also must love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. Colossians 3:19. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. 1 Thessalonians 3:12. May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. 1 Thessalonians 4:9. Now about your love for one another, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other. 2 Thessalonians 3:5. May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. 1 Timothy 1:5. The goal of this command is love, which comes from a pure heart and a good conscience and a sincere faith. 1 Peter 1:22. Now that you have purified yourselves by obeying the truth, so that you have sincere love for each other, love one another deeply, from the heart too. Peter 1:5, 7. For this very reason, make every effort to add to your faith goodness, and to goodness, knowledge, and to knowledge, self-control, and to self-control, perseverance, and to perseverance, godliness, and to godliness, mutual affection, and to mutual affection, love. 1 John 3:18. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. 1 Corinthians 16:14. Do everything in love. 2 Corinthians 5:14. For Christ's love compels us, because we are convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died. 2 Corinthians 13:11. Finally, brothers and sisters, rejoice, strive for full restoration, encourage one another, be of one mind, live in peace. And the God of love and peace will be with you. 1 John 2:10. Anyone who loves their brother and sister lives in the light, and there is nothing in them to make them stumble. 1 John 3:11. For this is the message you heard from the beginning. We should love one another. 1 John 3:14. We know that we have passed from death to life because we love each other. Anyone who does not love remains in death. As you go forth from this moment, remember that my love for you is eternal and unwavering. Let these verses be a beacon of light in your life, guiding you to love others as I have loved you. May you carry this love in your heart always, spreading kindness, compassion, and hope wherever you go. Go in peace and love, for I am with you, now and forever.